just like that, we were off on the Discovery flight to end all Discovery flights. This is the story of when my friend Jeff, Kaz, and I embarked on my first flight in a small aircraft. We went across several different airports and portions of the state, and this is that story. First off, this is Jeff, and this is Kaz. Jeff, at this point in time, was a CF5 for Vermont Flight Academy in Burlington, Vermont. We entirely owe this whole trip to Jeff, as he is the only certified pilot here, and he was willing to split costs with Kaz and I to make this an extremely affordable trip. We rented one of the 172 Cessnas from Vermont Flight Academy and set off on what would be an awesome trip. Here is a picture of that yellow Cessna 172. These are amazing planes. They've been around for a very long time. And unlike a 152, which is the next step down, a 172 incorporates two small back seats. This made it great for the three of us to go out and explore. The flight plan for this day included us flying through Lake Willoughby in Westmore, Vermont, landing at Caledonia State Airport, taking off from Caledonia State Airport and flying to my friend Ryan's house in New Hampshire, middle of New Hampshire, and then from there, grabbing gas and then flying back to Burlington, Vermont. So even though Kaz is the one flying, it's very easy to see and to tell that this is exactly where I got the bug. Every pilot or a person who gets to fly and ultimately becomes a pilot knows when this moment for them was. They're up in the aircraft or flying around, and there's just a sense of, wow, I should figure out how I can do this as much as humanly possible. Going through Lake Willoughby in Westport, Vermont was one of those moments, or the moment for me. Looking at the scenery and looking around the aircraft that's so small that it's hard to imagine how it even flies. This is one of those moments that you'll just remember forever. Here are a handful of the other remaining pictures that we took from our time when we were flying around Lake Willoughby. Not long after this, we took a few more laps, explored some more of the scenery. It was time to land at Caledonia State Airport. I unfortunately do not have many videos or pictures, but right here is the one picture that I do have of us coming in just prior to our landing. After landing and refueling again, it was time. I finally got behind the sticks and was able to pilot with Jeff for the first time in my entire life. This was one of the most amazing moments, and I am so glad that we got to document it with a bunch of pictures. Here I am, flying around for the very first time ever. So solidifying the bug in the special moment I felt earlier, this was real, where it was actually sealed forever. We flew approximately 30 to 40 minutes down to New Hampshire and landed at my friend Ryan's house. Ryan's house is situated on a golf course where there's a few houses that all share a flight line. This is pretty neat. Here we are, pulling up to its hangar. Pulling in. My friend Ryan had moved from Vermont several years prior, and I hadn't seen him in quite some time. It was absolutely amazing to finally get to stop to his house, not by driving, but by flying. This was really cool, and my friends absolutely enjoyed hanging out with him and his family for a little bit. This is a picture of Ryan's 182 and inside of his hangar. After spending just a little bit of time, we knew we had to get going because we were burning daylight. Ryan offered to fly us to the next nearest airport so we could fuel up.
Eagles less traffic, Skylane 705.
It was absolutely great to fly with Ryan and to check out his new aircraft. Naturally, when you have two airplanes together, you're supposed to do some formation flying. We spent the next couple of minutes while en route to the next airport to get gas, spending some time flying in formation and taking a bunch of video and pictures, as you should. We also flew over one of New Hampshire's largest lakes. As fate would have it, we would start coming in for a landing, and then we would discover that the place that we tried to go to for gas didn't actually have any. This was kind of hilarious, but a little bit scary as we were all getting a little bit low and needed to find an airport. Therefore, I hopped into my friend's aircraft again with Jeff and Kaz, and we flew with Ryan one more time to the next nearest airport to get fuel. We spent a little bit more time getting some formation flying video in, and here's a picture of Ryan's aircraft flying next to ours. Luckily for us, we made it to the next airport. We were able to fill up the aircraft with gas and get back on the way. In conclusion, this was the best discovery flight anyone could have ever asked for, hence why Jeff wrote it in my pilot's logbook as the discovery flight to end all discovery flights. I will never forget this day and all the special moments we had, from flying from Burlington to Lake Willoughby, landing at several different airports, making it to a friend's house, and chasing the sunset as we head back to Burlington. This was ultimately a 4 to 5 hour trip from all the different places that we set off for. And I do want to give one last shout out to Jeff, Kaz, and Ryan for making it such an unforgettable day. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe as I ultimately hope to continue my journey of aircraft flying and boating and restoration. This is Air and Sea with Dylan.